Last time on Heartland Ridge Ranch, what began as a routine cattle drive to Northfield quickly became one of the most dangerous days in ranch history. A violent creek crossing nearly took Charlie Ridge. Then a starving wolf pack began stalking the herd. As danger closed in, Wyatt, Caleb, Tyler, Hannah, and Mason fought to protect both the cattle and each other. But in the middle of the chaos, something even bigger happened. When Wyatt was injured, he entrusted the future of Heartland Ridge to his son, and for the first time, Mason led the herd to Northfield, but now a new emergency is about to bring an unexpected visitor to Heartland Ridge Ranch. The vet from Jackson Hole. Chapter 1. The emergency call morning sunlight spilled across Heartland Ridge Ranch. For the first time in days, things felt calm, peaceful, normal. Or as normal as life at Heartland Ridge ever got. Cattle grazed, horses moved lazily in pasture, wind rolled through golden grass. And inside the main barn, Tyler James was talking. A lot, as usual. Tyler leaned against a stall door, arms folded. "So, let me get this straight." He looked at Hannah. "You still don't think I'm funny?" Hannah didn't look up from the clipboard in her hand. "No." Tyler grinned. "Even after the wolf attack?" "No." "I almost died." "No." "I saved cattle." "No." Tyler blinked. "That wasn't even a question." Hannah finally looked up, expression flat. "I know." Mason laughed from the next stall. Tyler pointed accusingly. "She's getting meaner." Mason smirked. "No." A beat. "She's getting more comfortable." Tyler froze. Hannah narrowed her eyes. Mason immediately regretted speaking. Across the barn, Caleb brushed down one of the ranch mares. Emma sat on an overturned bucket grading papers. Again, because apparently teachers never stopped grading. Ever. Emma glanced up. "How many papers do you think I grade in a year?" Caleb kept brushing. "A lot." Emma stared. "That's your answer?" "Yes." She sighed. "You're impossible." Caleb's mouth twitched. That counted as affection. Charlie entered carrying coffee. Storm trotted proudly beside her. Not puppy anymore. Still chaotic. Still beloved. Bo followed, holding a toy horse. "Storm almost ate my pancake." Charlie raised an eyebrow. "Did he?" Bo frowned. "No." A pause. "But he wanted to." "Fair. Very fair." Then something changed. The mare in the far stall shifted, hard, too hard. Caleb noticed first. His brushing stopped. Tyler noticed next. Then Hannah. The mood in the barn changed instantly. Gone was the teasing. Gone was the laughter. Professional focus replaced it. The mare kicked the stall wall. Hard, bang. Emma jumped. Storm barked. Both startled. Charlie's face changed. Immediately. Concern. Tyler pushed off the stall. "That's not good." Caleb was already moving. The mare circled again. Restless. Agitated. Breathing fast. Sweat visible. Not normal. Not good. Hannah reached the stall first. She studied the mare, eyes narrowing, then her face changed. Badly. Very badly. Wyatt entered from outside. One look told him everything. "What?" Hannah looked at him. Voice calm, too calm, the dangerous kind. "She's in labor," Emma blinked. "That's bad?" Tyler answered. "No," then looked back at the mare. "Unless it isn't progressing." Silence. Emma understood. That meant yes, potentially very bad. Charlie moved closer. "How long?" Hannah checked, then swallowed. "Too long." Wyatt's jaw tightened. "How bad?" Hannah didn't sugarcoat. "Bad enough I don't like what I'm seeing." Silence. Heavy silence. The mare kicked again, violently. Her breathing grew ragged. Sweat darkened her coat. Caleb stepped closer. "She's exhausted." Tyler stared. "No foal yet?" Hannah shook her head. "No." That was enough. Everyone understood now. Something was wrong. Very wrong. Emma lowered her papers. "Can someone explain?" Charlie quietly answered. "Sometimes foals get stuck." Emma's stomach dropped. "What happens if that happens?" Silence. No one wanted to answer. Wyatt finally did. We can lose both. The words hit hard. Emma's face drained. Oh no. Bo tugged Charlie's sleeve. Is the horse going to die? Charlie crouched, met his eyes, honest, gentle. I don't know, buddy. Bo hugged Storm tighter. Storm licked his hand. Good dog. Hannah checked again, then straightened. Decision made. She looked at Wyatt. You need a specialist. Silence. Tyler frowned. You sure? Hannah gave him a look. That look. Tyler stopped talking. Wise. Wyatt folded his arms. Who? Hannah answered immediately. Only one name. Claire Bennett. Tyler frowned. Who's that? Hannah looked at him. Large animal emergency vet. A pause. Best in western Wyoming. Another pause. She's in Jackson Hole. Caleb's eyes narrowed. That was far. Not impossible, but far. Emma looked around. How long to get here? No one answered immediately. Bad sign, Wyatt calculated, then, if she leaves now. A pause. 3 hours. Silence. Emma stared. 3 hours? The mare might not have that. The mare screamed. A terrible sound. Raw, painful. Every person in the barn went still, even Storm tucked close to Bo. Animals knew suffering. And this mare was suffering. Badly. Wyatt made the decision. Immediate, certain. Call her! Hannah already had her phone out. Of course she did. Prepared always. Tyler muttered under his breath. 3 hours. Mason looked toward the stall, worried. Can she make it? No one answered. Because no one knew. And that was worse. Much worse. Hannah pressed the phone to her ear. Everyone waited. 1 ring, 2, 3, then she spoke. Claire? Pause. Hannah's face remained unreadable. We need you. Another pause. Then Hannah looked at Wyatt and said the words that changed everything. She's coming. Relief swept through the barn. Small, temporary. Because another question still remained. Would she arrive in time? Far beyond Heartland Ridge Ranch, tires rolled across Wyoming Highway. A dark truck cut through open country. Inside sat Dr. Claire Bennett. Confident, focused, calm under pressure, 1 hand on the wheel, 1 on speakerphone, listening, assessing, already preparing. She had no idea that by sunset, she wouldn't just be saving a horse, she would be walking straight into the complicated heart of Heartland Ridge Ranch. And into the middle of a slow-burning tension neither Tyler nor Hannah had managed to hide. Chapter 2, Dr. Claire arrives. The next 2 hours crawled. Slow, painfully slow, every minute felt heavier than the last. The mare's condition worsened. Not dramatically. That would have been easier. No, it was worse than dramatic. It was gradual, steady exhaustion, the kind that wore hope down minute by minute. Tyler paced outside the stall. Again, and again, and again. Mason finally looked up. You're pacing. Tyler didn't stop. I know. That helping? No. Then why do it? Tyler kept pacing. Because panicking looks unprofessional. Mason snorted. Fair. Very fair. Inside the stall, Hannah monitored the mare. Caleb stayed close. Ready, quiet, focused. Charlie kept Bo outside the barn now. No child needed to see this if things went badly. Emma stood near the doorway, arms folded tightly, trying not to look scared. Failing. Wyatt checked the clock. Again. Hannah noticed. That alone told her everything. Because Wyatt Ridge didn't usually check clocks. He acted. He adjusted. He solved. Clock watching meant one thing. Waiting. And waiting meant lack of control. Wyatt hated lack of control. Then, engine noise. Outside. Fast. Everyone froze. Tyler stopped pacing. Caleb looked up. Mason straightened. Emma's pulse jumped. A truck pulled hard into the ranch yard. Dust rose behind it. Door opened. Boots hit dirt. And Dr. Claire Bennett stepped out. Emma blinked. Oh, she had not expected that. Claire was striking. Early 30s, tall, athletic, dark auburn hair pulled into a practical braid, boots dusty from travel, fitted work jacket, confident stride, no wasted movement, no uncertainty. She looked like someone used to walking into emergencies and taking control fast. She entered the barn already speaking. Who's my patient? No introduction, no small talk. Straight to business. Hannah stepped forward. Mare, labor stalled. Claire nodded once. How long? Nearly 5 hours. Claire's face hardened. Any progress? No. Water broken? Yes. How long ago? Too long. Claire's expression changed. Urgency. Real urgency. She moved straight into the stall. No hesitation, no wasted motion. Professional, calm, sharp. Emma instantly liked her because competence was comforting, and Claire radiated competence. Then Claire looked up. Her eyes landed on Tyler. A pause. Brief, but noticeable. Tyler blinked. Claire frowned slightly. Recognition. Interesting. You're Tyler James. Silence. Tyler froze. What? Claire removed her gloves from her pocket. You don't remember me. Not a question, a statement. Tyler stared. Brain searching. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Claire gave the faintest smirk. County rodeo. A few years ago. You got thrown in 8 seconds. Mason's head snapped toward Tyler. Caleb slowly looked up. Emma's eyes widened. Hannah went completely still. Tyler stared. Then, memory. Recognition. Oh. Pause. Oh no. Claire's smirk deepened. You remember now. Tyler rubbed his face. Yes. Unfortunately. Emma whispered to Charlie. What is happening? Charlie whispered back. I don't know. But she did know one thing. This was about to get interesting. Very interesting. Tyler pointed. You're the vet? Claire raised an eyebrow. Yes. Tyler blinked. The girl from the rodeo? Claire crossed her arms. Woman. Tyler winced. Right. Bad start, very bad start. Mason looked like he might pass out from trying not to laugh. Caleb's mouth twitched. Emma saw it, nearly fell over. Caleb almost smiling twice in one day. Historic. Then Tyler said the worst possible thing. Naturally. You look different. Silence. Hannah slowly closed her eyes. No. Do not say more. Please stop talking. Claire raised one eyebrow. Different good? Tyler opened his mouth. Paused. Somehow made it worse. I mean, yeah. Silence detonated. Emma bit her lip. Hard. Charlie looked away. Mason abandoned all hope. Hannah's jaw tightened. Just slightly, only slightly. But Caleb noticed. Emma noticed. Charlie definitely noticed. And Tyler? Oblivious. Completely. Claire turned away, mercifully ending his suffering. Good to know. Then immediately back to work. Professional again. Business only. She examined the mare carefully. Hands practiced. Calm voice. Precise movements. Everyone waited, silent, watching her face, searching for answers. Then Claire exhaled. Not good, not terrible, complicated. She looked at Wyatt. The foal is malpositioned. Emma swallowed. Meaning? Claire answered before she asked. One front leg is folded back. Silence. Caleb frowned. Bad. Very bad. Tyler understood instantly. How bad? Claire didn't sugarcoat. If we don't reposition it. Meaning? Claire answered before she asked. One front leg is folded back. Silence. Caleb frowned. Bad. Very bad. Tyler understood instantly. How bad? Claire didn't sugarcoat. If we don't reposition it. A pause. We lose both. Emma's stomach dropped. Again. Wyatt folded his arms. What do you need? Claire answered instantly. Strong hands. She pointed. You. Caleb. You. Tyler. Her eyes moved to Hannah. You too. Then to everyone else. Everyone not helping clear space. Command voice. No hesitation, no softness, just certainty. Tyler stepped into the stall beside Claire. Close, very close. Claire began explaining, focused, professional. Tyler listened, serious now, no jokes, no flirting, just work. Hannah watched them. Too closely. She hated that she noticed. Hated that Claire naturally leaned toward Tyler while explaining. Hated that Tyler was listening so intently. Hated, no, not hate. Something else, something worse. Emma slowly drifted beside Hannah, teacher instincts, observant. She glanced sideways, then quietly asked, "You okay?" Hannah didn't look at her. "Yes." Emma followed Hannah's line of sight. "Claire, Tyler." Oh. Emma understood immediately. She fought a smile. Bad time, very bad time. Still, she understood completely. Then Claire placed a hand briefly on Tyler's shoulder while repositioning. Purely practical, purely work-related. Nothing romantic, nothing at all. But Hannah's expression changed. Tiny, subtle, cold, very cold. Emma saw it and mentally filed away one thought. Interesting, very interesting. Claire looked up suddenly, straight at Hannah, as if she sensed it, or maybe because Claire noticed everything. Her eyes narrowed slightly, then moved between Tyler and Hannah. Recognition flashed. Fast, sharp, dangerous, because Claire Bennett had just figured something out, and judging by the tiny smile at the corner of her mouth, she might enjoy it. Chapter 3, Green Eyes. The barn felt tighter now. Smaller. Hotter. Not because the weather had changed, because tension had. The mare labored heavily in the stall. Claire worked with practiced precision. Caleb stabilized the mare. Tyler assisted near the shoulder. Hannah monitored from the opposite side. Everyone focused on one goal. Save the mare, save the foal. But beneath that urgency, something else had entered the barn. Something Emma recognized immediately. Jealousy. Claire adjusted position and spoke calmly. "Tyler, I need more pressure here." Tyler moved closer. "Here?" Claire placed her hand over his, guiding. "No, lower." "Then there. Professional, efficient. Nothing more." But Emma didn't look at Claire. She looked at Hannah. Big mistake. Because Hannah's expression was dangerous. Very dangerous. Emma slowly leaned toward Charlie without taking her eyes off Hannah. Do you see that?" Charlie didn't even pretend confusion. "Yes." Emma blinked. "You saw it too?" Charlie almost smiled. "Oh, honey." A pause. "I saw it before Hannah did." Emma stared. Of course she did. Charlie Ridge missed nothing. Nothing. Inside the stall, Tyler stayed focused. Serious, quiet, listening carefully. A version of Tyler people didn't see often. No jokes, no teasing, no charm, just competence. Claire noticed. Interesting. Very interesting, because this was not the rodeo clown she remembered. Not at all. Flashback. 3 years earlier, county rodeo, Jackson. Claire had been volunteering veterinary support. Then she saw him. A cocky cowboy with too much confidence and a grin that practically invited disaster. Tyler James. He winked at the crowd, got on the bull, lasted 8 seconds, then got absolutely launched into orbit. Claire still remembered laughing, hard, very hard, until he stood up bowing dramatically. Like getting destroyed had been part of the act. She remembered thinking one thing. Idiot. Charming idiot. Back in the barn, Claire glanced at him. Still handsome, still annoyingly charismatic, still impossible to read. Though now, not quite, because she noticed something else. Not Tyler. Hannah. Hannah's jaw tightened again. Tiny movement, almost invisible. Claire saw it immediately. Ah, there it is. Now everything made sense. Claire hid a smile. Then, because she was perhaps slightly mischievous, she tested a theory, just a little. "Tyler." His eyes lifted. "Yes?" Claire smiled faintly. "Good hands?" Silence. Caleb froze, very slightly. Tyler blinked. "What?" Claire kept working. "You're steady?" A pause. "Better than most ranch hands." Tyler opened his mouth. closed it, actually speechless, historic, absolutely historic. Emma looked at Hannah. Oh, no. No. This was getting good, dangerously good. Hannah's voice came out flat, too flat. Can we focus? Silence. Claire looked up. Tyler slowly turned. Everyone froze because the temperature in the barn just dropped 10 degrees. Tyler frowned. What? Hannah met his gaze. Cold, controlled, professional. The horse. A pause. Focus. Tyler blinked, confused, actually confused. He looked at Caleb. Caleb offered nothing. Absolutely nothing. Smart man. Claire almost smiled again, confirmed, very confirmed. She knew exactly what she was looking at now. Two stubborn people, neither communicating. Classic. Emma whispered. She's jealous. Charlie sipped coffee. Yes. Emma stared. She's really jealous. Charlie nodded. Yes. Emma looked delighted. This is amazing. Charlie gave her a look. Not helping. Emma lowered her voice. I know. Beat. I'm still enjoying it. Fair. Very fair. The mare cried out again. Everyone snapped back to reality. Claire's expression sharpened. Okay. No more games. No more testing. Pure medicine now. She reached carefully, felt the foal, position, leg, shoulder. There. Almost. Not enough. She exhaled. Not good. Then the mare kicked, violently. Without warning, everything exploded. Tyler took the hit, full force. The mare's hind leg slammed into his thigh and hip. Hard, a sickening impact. Tyler flew backward, crashing into the stall wall. Wood rattled. Emma screamed. Charlie jumped. Mason cursed. Tyler hit dirt hard. Air gone. Pain detonated. White hot. Brutal. He couldn't breathe. Couldn't move. Nothing. And that's when it happened. The thing no one expected. Least of all Hannah. She broke. Completely. All composure gone. All walls gone. All emotional distance obliterated. She was at his side instantly, on her knees. Hands shaking, eyes wide with fear, real fear. Raw fear. Tyler. Her voice cracked. Actually cracked. Tyler blinked through pain, trying to focus. Trying to breathe. Hannah grabbed his face, not caring who saw, not caring about anything. Tyler! Tears filled her eyes. Immediate, uncontrolled. Look at me. He did. Barely. And what he saw shocked him more than the pain. She was terrified. For him. Because of him. Her voice shattered. The words escaped before she could stop them, before she could protect herself, before she could hide. Don't you dare scare me like that. Silence. Complete silence. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. Because the barn had just heard the truth, not spoken carefully, not confessed deliberately, spoken by fear, which meant it was real. Tyler stared at her, pain forgotten, completely. Because suddenly nothing mattered except one thing. Hannah, crying. Over him. Because she cared. She really cared. Emma slowly covered her mouth. Charlie smiled. Small. Knowing. Mason stared like he'd witnessed a solar eclipse. Caleb's mouth twitched. Again. Third almost smile, record-setting day. Claire sat back. And finally smiled. Because there it was, the answer. She'd been right. From the start. And Tyler James had just figured it out too. Tyler's voice came rough. Breathless. Painful. But unmistakably Tyler. Hannah. She blinked, realizing. Too late, much too late. She had said it in front of everyone. Her eyes widened. Horror hit. Complete horror. No. She started pulling back. Retreat instinct. Walls returning. Panic rising. Abort. Retreat. Escape. Tyler caught her wrist. Gentle, but firm. And for the first time all day, Tyler smiled. Not teasing. Not cocky. Something deeper. Warmer. More dangerous. Because now, he knew. He absolutely knew. And Hannah realized with complete terror, she was caught. Chapter 4, A Long Night in the Barn. Hannah froze. Completely. Tyler's hand remained around her wrist, gentle, steady, but impossible to ignore. The entire barn stood in absolute silence. No one moved, no one dared interrupt. Because everyone understood one thing. Something had just changed. Permanently. Hannah stared at Tyler. Eyes wide, breathing uneven, panic rising. Retreat. Retreat now. That was the instinct. Pull back. Rebuild walls. Pretend none of this happened. Pretend she had not nearly cried over him. Pretend she had not just exposed everything. Too late. Far too late. Tyler's voice came low. Rough from pain, but unmistakably soft. Hannah. That somehow made it worse, because Tyler almost never sounded soft, not like this, not with her. She swallowed hard, trying desperately to regain control. You're hurt. Professional. Good. Return to professional. Safe territory. Medicine. Injury. Facts. Not feelings. Never feelings. Tyler kept his eyes on hers. Yeah. A pause. But that's not what this is about. Silence. Emma stopped breathing. Charlie smiled into her coffee. Mason mentally begged Tyler not to ruin this. Caleb stood completely still, observing, always observing. Hannah tried pulling back. Tyler didn't tighten his grip. He simply didn't let go. That mattered. A lot. Not force, choice, presence. Stay, just stay. Her voice came quiet. Dangerously quiet. Tyler. That tone. Warning. Retreat now. Anyone else would have retreated. Tyler James was not anyone else. He gave the smallest smile. Not teasing, not playful, honest, warm, deadly. Because sincerity from Tyler hit harder than charm ever could. You were scared. Silence. Hannah's stomach dropped. No, not that. Anything but that. She lifted her chin, defensive. No. Tyler blinked, then looked at the tears still clinging to her lashes, then back at her. One eyebrow rose. Really? Hannah wanted the ground to swallow her whole, immediately. Claire turned away, very politely, very professionally, also very intentionally giving them space, though internally, she was absolutely invested now. Completely. Tyler's voice lowered. You were crying. Silence. Hannah's jaw tightened. No. Tyler glanced toward Emma. Emma immediately looked at the ceiling. Not involved at all. Tyler looked back at Hannah. Yes. Hannah exhaled sharply. Control slipping. Fast. Can we not do this here? Reasonable request. Very reasonable. Tyler ignored it, naturally. No. Silence. Her eyes widened. What? Tyler slowly sat up, pain flashing across his face. He ignored that too, because suddenly he cared about exactly one thing. Hannah. His voice softened again. More dangerous than flirting. Much more dangerous. Not this time. Silence. Hannah's pulse thundered, because this Tyler, serious Tyler, was unfamiliar territory, and that scared her. The barn remained silent. Even Beau, watching from the doorway with Charlie now, somehow sensed this was important. Storm sat beside him. Quiet, miracle, actual miracle. Tyler looked straight into Hannah's eyes. No jokes, no armor, only truth. When that horse kicked me, a pause. I saw your face. Silence. Hannah's breathing faltered. He continued. And I knew. A beat. Knew what? Her voice barely worked. Tyler smiled. Tiny, certain. You care. Silence. That word hit like lightning. Care, not love, not forever. Just something undeniably true. Something real. Something impossible to dismiss. Hannah's walls cracked again. She hated it. Hated how easily he saw through her. Hated how much he mattered. Hated... No, not hate, never hate. Something much worse. Her voice shook, barely. Of course I care. Tyler stayed still, waiting. She hated that too because he knew there was more, much more. Finally, she broke, not dramatically, quietly, honestly, the way truth usually arrives. I care more than I should. Silence. Emma closed her eyes. Oh, wow. Charlie's smile deepened. Mason nearly blacked out. Did Hannah Cooper just admit that? Out loud, in English? Impossible. Tyler stared. Something in his expression softened completely. The teasing disappeared. All of it. What remained surprised everyone. Gentleness, real gentleness. Hannah. Her eyes lifted. And suddenly all the fight left her. Because he wasn't smirking. Wasn't joking. Wasn't playing. He looked relieved. Relieved. That confused her. Then Tyler said the last thing she expected. I was starting to think I imagined it. Silence. She blinked. What? Tyler gave a small laugh. Painful, soft, honest. All the looks. All the tension. All the pretending. He swallowed. All the tension. All the pretending. He swallowed. I thought maybe I was crazy. Hannah stared, completely stunned. You noticed? Tyler actually laughed. A real laugh. Hannah. A pause. I've noticed you for a long time. Silence detonated. That landed harder than everything else, because it meant this hadn't been one-sided. Not even close. Then Claire's voice cut in. Calm. Practical. Perfectly timed. I hate to interrupt the emotional breakthrough. Everyone startled. Claire pulled off a glove. But unless someone wants this mare delivering by next Tuesday? A pause. I need help. Emma nearly laughed. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Reality crashed back. Horse, foal, emergency, right, that. Tyler began pushing himself upright. Pain immediately flashed. He winced. Hannah moved instantly, supporting him without thinking. Again, Tyler noticed. Again. Interesting, very interesting. Claire watched the interaction, then finally smiled. Small, knowing, mischievous. Because now she had no doubt. None. Zero. She looked at Hannah, then Tyler, then casually said, you know, a pause. If I were you. Everyone froze. Claire continued. I wouldn't worry. Tyler frowned. About what? Claire's smile widened. She looked directly at Hannah, then delivered the line that made Emma nearly choke. Green looks terrible on her. Silence. Dead silence. Hannah froze. Tyler blinked. Emma's jaw dropped. Mason looked away. Caleb's mouth twitched again. Charlie nearly lost composure. 2 seconds passed. Then realization hit Tyler. Full force. His eyes widened. Then slowly, very slowly, a grin spread across his face. Oh no. He understood completely. Tyler looked at Hannah, delighted, absolutely delighted. Hannah, she closed her eyes. No, please no. Tyler's grin widened. Were you jealous? Silence. The longest silence in human history. Hannah slowly opened her eyes. And if looks could kill, Tyler James would have died instantly, painfully, repeatedly. Her answer came cold, very cold, dangerously cold. Help the horse. Tyler's grin became unstoppable because her non-answer was answer enough. All the tension. All the pretending. He swallowed. Chapter 5, Don't Scare Me. Tyler's grin remained, infuriatingly, unreasonably, dangerously. Hannah wanted to throttle him, immediately, preferably with witnesses. Were you jealous? The question still hung in the barn, mocking her, taunting her. Everyone had heard it, everyone, even Bo, which somehow made it worse. Hannah stared at Tyler, expression flat, cold, controlled. At least on the outside. Inside, total chaos, absolute chaos. Because Tyler looked entirely too pleased with himself. Her voice came sharp. Help the horse! Tyler's grin somehow widened. Oh, he was enjoying this. Far too much. Interesting. Silence. Hannah narrowed her eyes. What is? Tyler leaned just slightly closer. That wasn't a no. Mason physically turned away. Nope, he wanted no part of whatever happened next. Emma covered her mouth to hide a smile. Charlie gave her a look. Emma whispered, I'm trying. Charlie whispered back, Art, try harder. Fair. Very fair. Claire clapped once, sharp, professional, enough. Romantic tension later. Silence. She pointed at the mare. Horse now. Immediate shift. Everyone snapped back to focus because despite everything, the emergency remained and time was running out. Claire moved into position again, calm, precise. Her voice became all business. Hannah, stabilize left side. Caleb, hold pressure. Tyler. She looked him over. You standing? Tyler straightened, ignoring obvious pain. Yes. Claire raised an eyebrow. Liar. Tyler blinked. What? Claire deadpanned. You're limping. Silence. Emma nearly laughed again. Claire was quickly becoming a favorite. Tyler exhaled. Fine. Claire pointed. Sit. No. Tyler. No. Claire folded her arms, then looked at Hannah. A tiny smile touched her mouth. Your problem now. And stepped away. Traitor. Absolute traitor. Hannah slowly turned. Tyler immediately regretted everything, because that expression, that terrifyingly calm expression, meant trouble. Big trouble. She stepped closer. Too calm, too quiet. Sit. Tyler blinked. No. Hannah moved even closer. Close enough only he could hear her next words, though the tone alone scared everyone. Tyler James. His spine straightened. Full name, very bad sign, very, very bad sign. Her voice dropped, low, controlled. You're injured. A pause. You're limping. Another pause. Then the sentence that froze him. And I am done asking nicely. Silence. Tyler stared. Then slowly, very slowly, sat immediately without argument. Emma whispered to Charlie. He folded fast. Charlie sipped coffee. Yes. Emma blinked. Wow. Charlie smiled. He's smarter than he looks. Beat. Sometimes. Tyler sat on an overturned bucket, still watching Hannah, still hurting, still entirely too interested in her. Hannah ignored his stare, or tried to. Failed. Claire resumed the procedure. This was it. Final attempt. One chance. Maybe two, not more. She reached carefully, focused, breathing steady. Almost. Caleb held the mare, sweat dripping. Hannah stabilized. Tyler watched, silent now, serious. Claire adjusted, shifted, found the folded leg. There, come on. Almost. The mare cried out. Emma flinched. Bo buried his face into Charlie's side. Storm whined softly. Even animals felt the tension. Then, movement, small but real. Claire froze. No, smiled, tiny, hope. There. Caleb's head snapped up. What? Claire's voice sharpened. Legs forward. Silence. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. Because this changed everything. Claire's eyes locked in. Adrenaline surged. We have a window. She looked at everyone. And for the first time, she smiled. A real smile. Let's bring this foal home. Everything happened fast. Very fast. The mare pushed. Claire guided. Caleb anchored. Hannah assisted. Charlie prayed under her breath. Emma gripped the stall rail so hard her fingers hurt. Mason held his breath. Tyler leaned forward despite pain. Come on, come on! Nah. The mare screamed. One massive push. Claire shouted, now! Another push. Movement, visible movement. Emma's eyes widened. Oh my God! Two tiny hooves appeared, then more, then shoulders. Claire's voice rose. Yes, yes, keep going. The mare pushed again, hard, exhausted, everything she had left. Then silence, one terrifying second, no movement, no sound, nothing. Emma's heart stopped. No, 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 no. Claire pulled, one final motion, and suddenly, The foal slid free onto fresh hay, still, silent, motionless. Silence consumed the barn, complete, terrible. The kind of silence no one wanted. Emma felt sick. Charlie stopped breathing. Bo whispered, "Why isn't it moving?" No one answered, because no one could. Claire was already moving. Fast, very fast, clearing airway, checking breathing, stimulating response. Nothing. No movement, no sound. Tyler's pulse thundered. Hannah went pale. Caleb clenched his jaw. "Come on. Please, come on." Claire worked harder. Seconds felt like hours. Still nothing. No breath, no cry, nothing. Then Hannah broke, just slightly. Her voice cracked. Quiet, almost a prayer. "Please." Silence. Claire rubbed harder. Again. "Come on." Then a gasp. Tiny, sharp, miraculous. The foal jerked, air, breath, life, and then a cry, strong, beautiful, alive. The barn exploded, relief, laughter, tears, pure emotion. Emma burst into tears instantly. Charlie cried too. Bo jumped. "It's alive!" Storm barked wildly. "Of course he did. Perfect timing." The mare lowered her head, exhausted, but alive. She nudged the foal gently, mother and baby, both alive, both safe. Tyler exhaled. Hard, emotion crashing through him. Then he looked at Hannah and saw something that hit him harder than everything else. She was crying, quietly, relieved, beautifully human. Walls gone again. He smiled softly, not teasing, not playful, just real. And he said the words that stopped her cold. "Now you can stop pretending." Silence. Hannah slowly looked at him, pulse racing. "What?" Tyler held her gaze, warm, certain, dangerously sincere. "You care?" A pause. "You're terrified when I get hurt." Another pause. Then, "And I'm done pretending I don't know why." Silence. The barn suddenly felt much too small again, because everyone sensed it. This story wasn't over. Not even close. Chapter 6. Easier to read. Silence settled over the barn, not the heavy silence of fear, not the terrible silence of uncertainty. Something different, warmer, more dangerous. Because now the mare was safe. The foal was alive. The emergency was over. And there was nothing left to distract from the truth hanging in the air. Tyler's words still lingered. "I'm done pretending I don't know why." Hannah stood completely still. Her pulse thundered. This was the moment she had spent months avoiding, months deflecting, months burying, because as long as nothing was spoken, nothing had to change. But now, everything had changed. Emma slowly drifted toward Charlie. Very quietly. "Should we leave?" Charlie watched Hannah and Tyler. "No." Emma blinked. "No." Charlie gave the faintest smile. "I waited too long for this." Emma stared, then nodded. Fair. Extremely fair. Tyler remained seated on the bucket. Still bruised, still sore, still looking at Hannah like everyone else had disappeared. Which, for him, they had. Hannah crossed her arms. Defense. Always defense. Her voice came flat. Too flat. "What exactly do you think you know?" Tyler almost smiled. There she was, walls up, armor on, classic Hannah. He answered softly. "I think." A pause. "You care about me?" Silence. Hannah didn't respond. Tyler continued. "And I think you've cared for a while." Still silence. Then Hannah lifted her chin, controlled again, almost. "You're very confident." Tyler gave a small laugh. Usually, a beat. "Not right now." That surprised her. She blinked, because honesty from Tyler still hit differently. He exhaled, then said something no one expected. Not even Caleb. "I've been scared too." Silence. Hannah frowned. "What?" Tyler looked down briefly, searching, finding the right words. A rare event. Very rare. When you keep pushing someone, a pause. Teasing them. trying to get a reaction. Another pause. Eventually, you wonder if maybe you're the only one feeling something. Silence. Emma's heart melted. Charlie smiled, small, knowing. Because suddenly, Tyler made sense. All the teasing, all the jokes, all the pushing, it hadn't been immaturity. Not entirely. It had been fear disguised as charm. Hannah stared. The realization hit hard. He hadn't been playing with her. He'd been reaching for her for months, and she had kept pushing him away. Not because she didn't care, because she cared too much. Her voice softened, just slightly. You annoy me. Tyler blinked, then laughed. A real laugh. Warm, genuine. Progress. Hannah glared, weakly, very weakly. Tyler smiled. 6 months ago, you would have said worse, Emma whispered to Charlie. He's impossible. Charlie whispered back. Yes. Beat. That's why this works. Hannah lowered her arms. That alone stunned everyone. No armor, no shield, no wall, just Hannah, real Hannah. Rare, very rare. She took a breath, then gave him the truth. Not polished, not rehearsed, just honest. When Claire touched your shoulder, Tyler raised an eyebrow. Yes? Hannah closed her eyes briefly. This was painful, humiliating, necessary. I hated it. Silence. Tyler's expression changed instantly. Not smug, not amused. Soft. Very soft. She continued. When she complimented you? A pause. I hated that too. Tyler's heartbeat kicked. Hard. Hannah looked him straight in the eyes. No hiding now. No retreat. I hated how much it bothered me. A breath. Then I hated realizing why. Silence. Deep silence, because now she'd said it. Really said it. Tyler stood slowly, ignoring pain, ignoring the protest in his leg. Hannah frowned instantly. You shouldn't be standing. Tyler stepped closer, one careful step, then another. I know. Another step. You're limping. I know. Tyler, I know. Closer, closer, until only inches remained. The entire barn forgot how to breathe. Even Bo sensed something important. Storm sat. Again, second miracle. Tyler looked down at her. No grin now, no teasing, only truth. You know something? Hannah's voice barely worked. What? Tyler's eyes softened, and he said the line that would live at Heartland Ridge for years. I liked you before the vet showed up. Silence, a heartbeat. Then, the vet just made you easier to read. Silence detonated. Emma covered her mouth. Charlie closed her eyes. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Mason nearly fell over. Caleb's mouth twitched again. That counted as a full smile, almost. Hannah stared, speechless, actually speechless, which may have been the rarest event in ranch history. Then finally, she exhaled. A laugh escaped, soft, disbelieving, beautiful. Tyler froze, because he had never heard it before. Hannah laughing. Not polite, not dry sarcasm. Real laughter. And it wrecked him completely. She shook her head. You are unbelievable, Tyler smiled. I've heard that. Hannah looked up, warm now, open, no walls. Then she said it, simple, quiet, enough. I like you too. Silence. No one moved, no one spoke. Because sometimes 4 words carry the weight of 100. Tyler stared, actually stunned. What? Hannah rolled her eyes. There she was. I'm not repeating it. Tyler's grin returned, bright, boyish, dangerous. Oh, I'm going to need you to. Hannah narrowed her eyes. No. Tyler leaned closer. Yes. No. Yes. Claire finally stepped in, arms folded, amused. Well, everyone looked at her. She smiled, mission accomplished. You're welcome. Emma burst into laughter. Mason lost it. Even Wyatt, who had entered halfway through the confession, actually smiled. Charlie noticed and immediately filed that away for future teasing. As sunset painted Wyoming gold, Claire loaded her truck. Mission complete, mare safe, foal healthy, emotional chaos successfully delivered. Bonus achievement. Tyler approached her, hands in pockets. Claire smiled. How's the leg? Sore. How's the heart? Tyler blinked, then laughed. Better. Claire nodded, satisfied. She opened the truck door, then paused. Without turning, she said, You know. Tyler waited. Claire smiled. She's terrifying. Tyler grinned. I know. Claire looked back once, toward Hannah in the barn, then at Tyler. One more thing. What? Claire smirked. Don't waste her patience. Tyler's grin softened. Because this time, he understood the weight of it. I won't. Claire nodded, then drove off toward Jackson, dust trailing behind her. Later that night, under a sky full of Wyoming stars, Hannah stood outside the barn, quiet, peaceful. Tyler joined her. No jokes, no games, just presence. He stood beside her, shoulder to shoulder, warm silence, comfortable silence, new silence, the best kind. After a while, Tyler spoke, quietly. So, Hannah raised an eyebrow. So? Tyler smiled. Are you still jealous? Silence. Then, Hannah elbowed him hard in the ribs. Tyler winced. Ow, she almost smiled. Almost. Good night, Tyler. She turned to walk away, then stopped, half turned, looked back, and gave him something he'd spent months chasing. A real smile, just for him. Then she said, Maybe, and walked toward the house, leaving Tyler standing beneath the Wyoming sky, grinning like an absolute fool. At Heartland Ridge Ranch, everyone understood something simple and true. Sometimes love doesn't arrive loudly. Sometimes it grows in teasing, in tension, in stolen glances, in the slow breaking of carefully built walls. And sometimes, all it takes is one unexpected visitor to make two stubborn hearts finally tell the truth. The end. Thank you for visiting Heartland Ridge Ranch. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe to Snowfall and Second Chances for more Western romance, unforgettable characters, and heartwarming stories from Heartland Ridge Ranch, where family legacy, Western romance, and second chances ride together.